and let's talk today about the sexuality. So, the Master Samael have his mission to bring the how to wake up our own conscience, and so he was the first to really bring back publicly, who just bring publicly the mystery of the sexuality, of the sex, because publicly, because I already talked, we are in a different time, we pass in a different vibration and time in 1962, the 4th February, and it was his mission. But it's really the center of his doctrine, because it's the center of all the mystery. All religion bring the mystery of the sexuality, but hiding in a symbolic way. And it was only told by the master to disciple. When the master saw the disciple was mature enough, he tell verbally the mystery of the sexuality. But beside that, it was always symbolic. So we talk about a lot of water. When we want to talk about sexuality, we can talk about stone, like the alchemist of the medieval time. And a lot of religion too talk about the stone. So a lot of different way to explain it. But the Samael way, the Gnosis way of today is directly. So why it's the center of every religion and the most important knowledge if we want to wake up our conscience? It's because it's a sacred energy, the most sacred energy of the universe. Is really what the divinity give us, the most precious thing. And and so in the physical body, the most precious thing he create is the sexual energy. So if we study a little bit about psychology, like Sigmund Freud or Carl Gustav Jung, we realized sexuality in psychology is really the center of every action and reaction we have. And if we meditate on that, we realize it's really the center of everything. All our life is around this. And usually is without we realize it. It's unconsciously. But men always try to find the most beautiful woman to possess her, and women want to find protection, but at the end it's the sexuality they want. So all our psychism is based on that. So, and it's understandable because it's the most powerful energy in the universe. It's like the sun inside us. And if we go deeper about this, all the creation, it's a sexual energy transmute into matter. Sexual energy is spiritual at the base, but with complexification, it's turned to matter. Like the sexual energy of a planet is the water, like the mental energy of ourself, our mental body, it's psychic, but it's coming from sexual. Same thing with emotional energy or astral energy. It's psychic, but it's coming from sexual, etheric energy. Yeah. And of course, we can say three things important in our life is the three moments. The most important in our life is when we born. So when we come into this body, baby. The last thing it's when we die, and the middle thing it's the matrimonial. It's when we married. So it's sexuality. If we talk about the Christianism, Jesus bring all his like I just say, all religions turn around this. So the mystery of the cross, what do you think is the mystery of the cross? It's the mystery of the sex, because it's the positive and the negative linked together. And when we talk about the Rosicrucian, the Rose Croix of the past, like the good one, not of today, it was in the middle of the cross, the rose flourish, bloom. It's the sexuality. It's the link between the two polarity. The easier way to understand that is to go read Samael books, because he's the best to explain it, and he explained it in every books. Especially he explained it well, the link of the mental and the sexuality in the Rose Igné. I don't know in English. But so the mental is really linked to the sexuality, or like the verb is linked to the sexuality, because it's creating moment after moment when we talk. And sexuality is always creating. It's like a factory inside our body, always creating. And if we do bad thing, it's gonna create bad thing inside us, like ego. So it's why we need to be conscious about that and respect this energy and study it. Because we live in a darkness, 97% of darkness. So what's the darkness want? He wants to keep us ignorant about this energy. Why? Because he can abuse of this energy inside our body. And it's why today doctors say, oh, masturbation is good, but it's completely the opposite. It's really bad. It's destroy your brain, because you dilapidate your vital energy. Like a teenager needs this energy to feed his brain, feed his hormone. But no, in this day and age, we want the teenager to become stupid and not intelligent. We want to become like a mechanic machine, reaction machine, and weak, psychically weak. The mental completely broke and all that. So this is the age we live in. Ignorance about sexuality, it's really, really bad. And how you can see if a society go well or go wrong, just look how they use the sexuality. If they use it bad, if they have no respect for that, it's because the social humanity is on the degeneration. And if the general humanity have respect for that and know about this, know about the link of sex and God, it's humanity going up. So, like I said in my last video, everything it's upside down today. What we think it's good, it's bad, and the opposite. Same thing with the sexuality. So, example, like the young teenager girl want to lose his virginity really fast, because it's like a shame. But it's in a normal planet with normal human, It's not a shame. It's like just something normal, something important. We need to take care of the virginity because it's important in a life. Not to keep it, but just because it's sex, it's sacred. It's the physical aspect of love, psychophysiologically aspect of love, and love is God at the end. So today we can say, the humanity go really bad, and it's why Samael tell us what's the future of the humanity. It's a hand. Everything gonna be disappear soon. We at the end. And it's not only the Master Samael who tell about this. All the prophet, hundred of prophets and all the religion talk about that. And we can feel it. So how you can judge humanity? Look at what they do with the sexuality. Prostitution, people who just pass adultery, so people who pass from a partner to another one, to another one, to another one, like no respect, all the like pervert way to use energy, sexual energy, etc. But at the core is losing energy. Losing energy. So I talked about a little bit in my last video. This is at the core what we did wrong and what creating the degeneration of humanity. So this it's in our history, million years ago. I cannot go deep into the story, but humanity start to lose energy because something happened in that time. But people who need to guide humanity make a mistake, and they didn't stop this aspect of losing energy at time. So humanity was already too late degenerate into the process. So it took millions and millions years ago, and today we live exactly the consequence of that time before. It was in Lemuria, before Atlantid era, and we talk it in every religion, and especially the Adam and Eve with the forbidden fruit. So in the Adam and Eve with the fruit, it's interesting because God say, if you eat this fruit, you're gonna die. And it's exactly what's happened today. Everyone is spiritually dead. Yes, I have a body, I'm alive, but spiritually I'm dead because I have 97% of ego. And this is like, I don't have soul, I don't have spirituality. When I'm gonna lose this body, I'm just gonna be unconscious in the astral world and not the positive astral. My psychis is dead. So, and the Gnosis is the only way to regenerate our psychis, our spirituality. So the first action of losing energy, it's creating ego, or aggregate psychic, or the I inside us. And with generation and generation, because we have a lot of life before, we always go down, 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 and we create more and more ego inside our psychism, because we continue to losing energy. So today we live in a karmic planet. And that's the story of our humanity. And it's rare, a humanity like us, degenerate like us. And it's the reason why some really high master come on earth to help us, because we need really a high master like Jesus, like Samael, like Buddha, etc., to really show us the way to regenerate ourselves. So our planet, we can say special, because it's like a laboratory for the divine plan. But unfortunately, it was not the purpose of that, but it's turned into this. So if we want to go back to the normal way, we need to stop losing energy and start to transmute energy. So this is the first step. I talk about the last video about everything, and this is and I talk about this too. This is the first step. We need to stop this physiobiologically, because our body with time degenerate too. Our psyches, when the Adam and Eve come and we start to losing energy, the physical body was almost divine, was perfect, super strong, beautiful, and it was a different time, so different physiologically too. But the psyches, this is the psyches degenerate, this is the psyches divine. So the physical body was divine, but because we start losing energy, the psyches go to the negative way, and the biologic way turn to degenerate too. So now we are at a time where the physical body is animal. So it's why we can lose energy like an animal. But this is not normal. We need to understand that it's not normal. What's normal for a human is to transmute energy, like the plant do. Like we need to transmute. It's only in the nature. It's only the animal. The animal family who lose energy, like physically losing energy but this is only for the reproduction, and it's because the animal is still in a state of ignorance, so it's just like that. But when you had the family of human, you don't lose energy, and if you start to lose energy, you go down into the animal family, and it's the degeneration of a human. A degenerate human lose energy like an animal, but a normal one, no. Like alien, where they can fly into a spaceship and are super advanced in technology, don't lose energy because they are normal. So before Adam and Eve, humanity didn't lose energy because they are just normal. And this is hard to understand today because the endoctrinement is so high. It's really hard to us to understand that. So the physical body, like, it's degenerate with time. So when we try to not losing energy, it's gonna be a fight, because the physical body want to lose, and all the high inside has to lose too. Gonna try to tweak here and turn you crazy for that, because it's how they feed when you lose energy. It's how they feed because it's how we create it at the start. So today with the Gnosis, we have a degenerate body, okay, a karmic body, physical body, but we try to go back into a normal sexuality without losing energy. So we regenerate our soul. So yeah, we're going back to the normal state of a human being. A normal human being have respect for women. If he have a wife, he's in love with his wife and never just look another one, because this is the ego who wanted that. So yeah, and he never loses energy. So yeah, so that's, if you want to know more, go read the books of Samael. He talk a lot about the Limuri, the Atlantid state, and the Atlantid and all that. Huh? But yeah, so this is we need to go back to a normal way, to a normal sexuality actually, and stop the evil one, because it's really evil, losing energy. Yeah? It's evil because you have a lack of respect for divinities. Yeah? The Holy Spirit is exactly the sexual energy. Like I say, it's like the sun. It's like every planet have the sexual organ, and the sexual organ of a planet, it's exactly in the middle, in the center, because it's the center of everything. Like the sexual energy of the solar system, it's in the center of the sun. So yeah, and the Gnosis teach us how to go back intelligently to a normal sexuality. So you need to study the books of Samael. So yes, it's revolutionary. The Gnosis of Samael, it's really revolutionary. It's for the rebel, the real rebel, the intelligent rebel of this time, because you need to rebel against yourself, against your own animality, and this is hard, because a lot of I living inside of Psychis, and all this I want us to fall, to lose energy. So it's a fight, of course, and it's not for everyone, the Gnosis of Samael, and it's normal, because you rebel against the nature, and the nature don't want you to rebel, want you to stay a tool for the nature, huh? Stay a tool, huh? Yeah, you need to. So now we're gonna explain biologically how the transmutation of energy is done. So of course the science of today want to deny this. Maybe they know. I think they're really on top of who rule the world, like the satanic group of Rothschild and bankers and all that. I think they know. They probably know about all the alien, all the dimension, and the sexual importance of sexuality and all that. And it's probably why they push so much the LGBT and homosexuality and degenerate movies and all that, because they want to, because they are satanic, so they want to keep us in leash. So they probably know, but all the humanity and the official science and medical and all that want to deny this. But the reality is we have a system of transmutation, of course. So the sexuality, how the transmutation is done, like biophysiologically. So you have like the sexual organ, we can say the positive and the negative, testicle for men and ovaire for women. And this creating the sexual energy, we can put it like a cup with the water. It's the water of energy, like the Saint Graal. And every day the water rise. And so we need to transmute this water inside us, the sexual energy. So first of all, so this is the physical body, like. So first of all, the energy can go in two different ways. they go in the down way to feed the hurt, or they go in the up way. We can say down and externally, and we can say up and internally. By defect, can I say by defect or by nature, the energy want to go down, because now we are slave of the nature law of the nature, because we are a degenerate human, so we are slave. So by defect, if we do nothing with the energy gonna go down. Like example, you know, the monk, we call it infrasexuality. Huh? Infrasexuality. This going down. Huh? So like for example, a monk or a nun who don't know about sex, in the Christianism example, who want to deny that, oh no, sexuality is no good, it's no good, I want to deny, I forget about this, you know. But this is bad, because the sexual cup gonna rise, and at one point it's too full. So we need to go out by a way. So it go out into emotional crisis, like emotional anger and really bad, we can say, emotion, negative emotion, and you do thing really, you can do nasty thing, huh? And you become evil, and it can go into the mental way because it's too full. So it's like if you want to keep the sun into a box, it's impossible to keep the sun into a box. The light need to flow. So if like the nun or the monk want to keep it into the box, it become too crazy mentally. So it's why if you go in the Elysium, like the psychiatric hospital, where people are crazy in the mind, the mental, and in the psychiatry, a lot of things it's like a monk or nun, or people degenerate sexually, or they deny sex, they hate sex. Hating sex, it's going down. You need to love sex. You need to understand it. If you hate it, it's gonna go down. So this is bad, and it's the same thing for people who were abusing of sexuality. So when that means the orgasm, huh? Losing energy, we're gonna be clear, equal orgasm, huh? Orgasm. So this is going down too. So masturbation, you lose energy. Masturbation, it's really an aggression of yourself. It's super bad. Like just a normal sexuality, just like you married with someone, you love her, or she loves you, and you go in sexuality really with respect and love and kiss and all that. If at the end you lose energy, you there. I'm sorry to tell it, but you there. It's wrong. Even if everything look perfect, you feel in love, you have the ring, everything's perfect, you lose energy at the end, it's there. You become a devil. And in the Lemurie, when they at one point when they start to lose energy, they create a tail, because the tail is from the coccyx, the backspin continue by and it's directing to the hurt. It's because of losing energy time and time. Today we don't have a tail, but we have the effect of the tail, where it's staying into our psychism, like an infection or disease, and we call it the I, the me, or the ego. So yeah, so all the people who were abusing the sexuality with orgasm, it's the sex go down. It's infrasexual. So everything about going in sexuality without love, it's going down. like adultery, like prostitution, like oral sex or rectal sex, it's completely infrasexual. Homosexuality, etc., etc., etc. It's all the sex go from the cup going down. So, like I said, only two ways of the direction of the sexuality. So it's only the Gnostic, the Gnosis who bring that, and all the religion was the Gnosis of another time, who bring the mystery of the sex, and this is the mystery of the sex. It can be transmute, and it's the only way to save our soul. To create the energy so our mother, Divine Mother, can kill the ego. And our Divine Mother can create our astral body and our spiritual bodies, so we can live in astral consciously and mental consciously, and we can see master or angel without dying, etc. And we become a member of the White Lodge, and we become a master by it's only with the sexuality we can do that. It's the base of every spiritual work or demonic work. So, so what's important to understand, it's the cup always go up with time if we do nothing, and more it's full, more it's become like radioactive, and we become like unstable emotionally. This is because the cup is full, so we need to feed by a way or another. Huh? So when the cup is full, we feel the temptation of the sexuality. And when you are Gnostic and you have a partner, and this is important to know, it's not every partner. It's need to be the good one, the one where it's the law who bring you this one, the good one, where you have love. It's need to have love. If you go in sexuality without love, it's going down, even if you transmute. So if you have love, the good partner, you go in sexuality and you just enjoy it. But the secret is to stop before losing energy. So when you do that, the energy stay inside. Stop before the orgasm. So when you do that, the energy stay inside, and it's transmute, like Einstein say, matter can become energy. So the sexual energy, like the sperm in the male or in the female, it's just the water inside, transform into energy, into like fume or like etheric energy, and feed the body. So you become younger, you become stronger, your hormone become more powerful. That's normal. But more than that, you create astral body, mental body, etc. So so every time you go up, you need to transmute. So when you are single, you need to transmute too. Every day, or almost every day. Every time you feel it, like it's important to do it. If you, the perfect way, it's every day, because every day you have a little bit of water, God put inside your body, and you need to transmute. It's like, So when you're single, you need to do it. You have a lot of practice Samael give us. But we need to understand, like every time we breathe, a little bit of energy transmute. Because if it's no energy transmute at all, we're just gonna die. So every time we breathe, a little bit transmute, but not enough. So when you're in Gnostic and you want to transmute, you need to do it with practice, and you transmute more. I'm gonna talk about practice after. So now, inside our body, you have the backspin, huh? You have the sexual organ, male or female, and inside the backspin you have two nadi, we can call it, two canal, or two way the energy go up. And this is semi physical, semi etherical, so it's why you cannot see it, but it's etheric. Yeah? And it's go like spinning around like that into the top. So like the negative go around the backspin into the top, into the brain, and the positive, the same thing, into the brain. So inside the backspin. So it's the two nadi where the sexual energy pass. In every religion they talk about this. In the Apocalypse of Saint Jean they talk about the two candela. It's that. So when you transmute your energy inside the cup, it's like you have like a pot and you have water and you put this on the fire and the fire boil the water and the water go into the air like a vapor. But it's the same thing. It's the fire of your will, or when you are in or the fire of your love if you single, of your divinities, if you in couple love of divinities, but two in love between the couple. It's creating the fire where it's boiling the water. So the cup go down and the vapor go up and feed the brain and feed after this the heart and all the hormone inside the body. And at one point it's creating the astral body. So we can use astral bodies to live into the astral world consciously, and the mental bodies and the causal bodies, so we can live into the invisible dimension consciously. So this is the positive way. It's keep it inside and transmute it, because like I say, if you don't transmute it, it's negative. So yeah. Another point important to tell about is a lot in the Gnosis history, a lot of people understand this, practice it, but they have no result. This is because you don't have the aspect of the dying, and you don't destroy the I, the ego. You just transmute and enjoy this moment. Yes, you're gonna transmute fire, but you're never gonna have illumination. Illumination only come with dying, and this, like I said in my last video, dying, it's a sacrifice of the I, so it's sacrifice, it's suffering, and you need to suffer intelligently to die. So people who never suffer into the Gnosis never gonna do anything, even if they transmute all their life. You need to attack yourself, the I, the ego. Because the psychological death, the first factor, bring the death, bring illumination. So this is good, and it's but you need the third factor too, the we call it born, spiritually born. It's the factor of the sexual energy, born into the spiritual world, so it's the sex. And this bring the fire, light the fire. So the fire creates the spiritual bodies, and we become a master slowly. So into the story of the Gnosis, at the time of Samael, a lot of people work with the sexuality and being born in spiritual realms, like the astral, they create the astral body, mental body, but they didn't die enough. So what's interesting, it's a lot of people have like example, the astral body. It's there, they have it, but they cannot use it, and they even didn't know they have it. They are ignorant about that because they have no illumination. So at the end, they lose it because they made mistake, because they have the eye really alive inside, the satanic eye. So they make mistake and they lose it. They become, we call it anasmusan. An anasmusan is someone who works with the sex without dying. So it's why the first factor is one of the most important, and the other is to die to the I, the ego. And if you do both, you die, but you need to do both. It's gonna creating light, illumination, and the fire internally, fire of the Christ, of the God. And the third factor, always need to complete everything, is the sacrifice for humanity, creating compassion for others, helping others, etc. So this is another point important. You can work with sexuality all your life and have no result because you don't die enough. So it's why it's really hard. It's not for everyone, like I said, the Gnosis of Samael. Gnosis of Samael is the real one. All the other one, it's only fake. It's only theoric and theoric fantasy. That's the aspect of the ego. The ego feel full about himself, feel important, and because he know a lot about Gnosis theory, he feel, oh no, Samael, it's not a real master. Samael, it's not the real Gnos. Because me, I know Gnos. But this is all the I inside who trick us. More you have an intellectual full of theory, of everything, and you know everything, and less you are good for the spiritual life. So you need to be simple, have a simple mental. Because the Gnosis of today, it's practical. We need to really creating light, love, creating something inside us. Because right now we are nothing. We are actually negative. And the Gnosis of today, it's practical. We need to transmute the energy every day. We need to destroy a little bit of ego every day and help others every day. Think to others. So yeah, today the Gnosis, it's 100% practical. We don't need theory anymore. We are at the end and we need to change ourselves. And people who think they are already perfect or just already good and they don't need to change, they are not made for that. Just pass away. So yeah. So of course, if you want to know more, go read books. And yeah. So I'm gonna finish this subject just by explaining a simple way to transmute energy, a simple practice. So we call it Pranayama. Prana is the energy inside the air, and Yama is like the respiration, I think. I'm not sure. But it's a respiration practice, and a pranayama. So to transmute, the respiration is really the key of a good transmutation. So we need a deep breath, and imagination and breathe is the key. We need to breathe deeply. Even if you are in a couple and practice inside a couple, you need to The alchemy practice you need to calm the mental, so you can do a meditation before. You need to have the mental really calm, and it's like a meditation, it's like a ritual, a sacred ritual. And when you are connected with your wife or you need to breathe and pump. The breath, it's like a pump. And you need to imagine it too. There's the sexual energy like a light. You can see it like a blue light or just a light going up the nadi or the backspin into the brain. And after this, you exhale and you see the energy go into your body. Feed your blood of hormone, good hormone. And so the pump is really the breath. And like you can say the dynamo, it's really the will. Your will to have the mental concentrate, to have the visualization concentrate. Samuel tell something, it's really interesting. He said, imagination, it's the link to clairvoyance, to foresight, to the third eye, foresight, seeing the invisible. He said that because imagination, it's really close of foresight. A foresight, it's like imagination mixed with will, goodwill. Today we have imagination negative because it's only the ego where it's imagined from inside us mechanically. So we try to control us with the imagination mechanic. We don't control it. But when we have control of imagination and we use it like that, it's like the first step to foresight. Being responsible men and women. That's the important thing. Being responsible. So the breath, it's like a pump. The dynamo, it's like the will to have the mental concentrate. So when you are in couple, you just enjoy it the moment, and you create magnetism all day long with love and good word and good attention and sacrifice for others and all that. Sacrifice of our own little ego, our anger and all that. And after this, it's creating magnetism into the couple, and when you go into the sexuality, you just go in meditation. It's not like a sport like today. No, it's like without movement or slow movement, and you just breathe and see the energy going up. You can do mantra. You have a lot of mantra, like the mantra I, A, O, etc. So this is the ideal. It's with the couple, of course, but it's hard to find a good person. We all have a lot of karma, and this karma, this world want to keep away from the good person. So we need to pay a lot of karma, work a lot into the Gnosis, and one time they're gonna find a good person to us. But the ideal way is it's the couple, of course. But if we're single, it's not a problem. We need to continue the work singly, like a single, and one day our own divinity, God, gonna find someone, because they have no other way. The spiritual path, it's the path of love, it's the matrimonial path. That's the only path. Like Samael say the most accessible religion for the human, it's love. It's the matrimonial love. Love a man for a woman and a woman for a man. That's the most beautiful religion we can live. So now the practice of the pranayama. So it's pretty simple. I'm gonna tell it the complicated way. So you have the sexual organ, like the positive, negative. You have the nadi, huh? And the backspin, and the Golgotha, huh? Or the chalice. We need to full of Christ's light. It's the brain. And you have like the wing who transform us to an angel. So this is like the caducine mercure. Huh? The caducine mercure here, it's like a snake. Huh? Okay, so so we're gonna use the breathe to pump. So in meditation, you start. You can do prayer to your Divine Mother, ask her to transmute energy, because it's her who do it inside us. And we can put the hand there, so it's block the plexus solar from. And we can do without two, but we can do it if you want. What's important is to the right hand and the thumb and the finger here to block the nose. And men, this is not important too if you want to do it. Men, you start by blocking with the thumb, and women with the finger. So men it's the right side, women the left side, and it's because men and women are reverse. The gland positive negative it's in the other side. It's not important. It's if you want to do it really completely. So now you breathe. That's it. And you need to be concentrated, because the mental, if the mental go away like, oh, what am I gonna cook tonight? No, it's not gonna transmute well. You need to be concentrated and see, imaginate the energy going up into the backspin, breathe, keep it, and exhale, going down to the heart or to the body. To the heart it's good, where the Christ live inside us. So yeah, so, and if you go further too, you imaginate the opposite gland of where you block. So if I breathe by this one, I imagine the energy going up from this one. If I breathe from this side, left, I imagine the right side. So yeah, if you want to do it well, and you have mantra too. This is the Egyptian way. You have mantra too. Tom, Saham, Tom, Raham. So let's go. So Tom, it can go Tom. No, it go like to the Muladhara, the chakra at the base, and Saham, Tom, Raham, Tom, Saham, Tom, Raham. So we start. It needs to be slow and deep. And you wait, you really see the energy. It's important to be present. etc., etc. So that's a practice we can do without the mantra too. The mantra, it's internally, mentally. So we can do this like that, or the most simple way to transmute, it's just go in meditation, concentrate yourself, and just imaginate with the breath. And you can contract to the sphincter, I think in English, contract a little bit the sphincter, I guess, in English. I'm not sure if it's the good word, but just to put a little bit of pressure, not too much. Just in meditation, you see the energy going into the heart. Mantra, a lot of mantra, transmute. The mantra Ra-Myo, it's the mantra of the Divine Mother. Ra-Myo, we can concentrate to Ra-Myo, or you have Isis too. Isis. This transmute. Meditation, just that transmute, if you present. Doing art, listening beautiful music, going to a walk into the nature. This is all transmutation positively. Like watching a horror movie or heavy metal or going to a rave or a bar, this is transmutation negatively. I understand that. So the Master Samael tell a lot about this, a lot of practice, because we are practice today, we don't have time to theorize and stay in the mental. Actually, we need to clarify the mental and simplify our mental. So a lot of things to say about that. It's interesting. The baseline, it's sacred, and we need to understand this and study the Gnosis of Samael. It study the sacred aspect of sexuality, and it's good for education. Like, if you have children, you need to educate your children, I don't know, from the age of 7 or 10 years old. You need to bring the aspect of sexuality, but not in a mechanic way, just in the spiritual way. Like, you need to start to talk to your children of sexuality. It's sacred, it's important in your life. You need to be careful about that. If you want to live well, you need to be careful. And start by like that. And sacred, it's like a flower. The flower, it's the sex of the plant. Sex is like the sun. So you need to... unfortunately, we live in a world of darkness, and that's the result of using sexuality in a long time ago. So now we're living in the consequence, and it's pretty sad and difficult for everyone. So when you're Gnostic, you try to regenerate yourself, and you do it by using well the sexual energy. Even if you did mistake before, when you were ignorant about that, it's yes, it's bad, but you need to understand we all did mistake. Like all masters did fall at one point, but they build ourselves slowly, rebuild ourselves, regenerate ourselves. So I can talk like that for a long time, but the base, it's really this. Sexual energy, if we keep it and do nothing with that, it's gonna, like the cup gonna be full, and we're gonna feel tension and uncomfortable emotion and all that, so we need to transmute. You cannot keep the energy there. And if you keep the energy there too, you're gonna have nocturnal pollution. So this mean, or wet dream we call in English. So that mean when you're gonna go dream, your own ego gonna attack you to keep your to make you losing energy when you're dreaming. So that's it's we don't want this, huh? But of course we're gonna need to pass by there because we're so much heavy, psychologically heavy, and the physical body is heavy and animal. It's gonna be the fight, huh? We need to stop this. You have practice to protect yourself and all this, but yeah, it's sad, but we need to pass by there. It's gonna be the fight. And slowly, with years, we're gonna stop to have wet dream and start to be more and more energetically able to transmute. And at one point, it's become natural, huh? And the nadi too. When we start the nadi, it's like we never use it, so it's like small and it's not transmuting a lot. But when you use it, it's become more and more usable, and they transmute more and more. So yeah, you need to transmute energy. You cannot let it there and ignore it. In ignorance, don't want to do nothing with it because it's gonna turn you crazy. So yeah, it's gonna turn you like an infrasexuel. You read the books of Perfect Matrimonial, you're gonna see what's an infrasexuel. It's an evil person, actually, a person who don't care about others, an egocentric person, and all that. This is infrasexuel. Another aspect too he bring into this book, he say about orgasm. It's actually, I'm gonna finish by this explanation. It's actually interesting how he explained it. He say it's like if you want to put a high voltage current, electrical current, into a small wire. It's gonna fry the wire. It's gonna melt. But this is the same thing. The energy, sexual energy, it's so powerful and so delicate. If with orgasm we force this energy into the wrong way and wrong wire, so it's burn us internally. So it's why we become sick mentally, psychologically, psychopath like. We become emotionally fragile, mentally fragile, etc. This is because the energy we fry ourselves from the inside. And yeah, so of course all the sickness of today, the cancer and all that, can be cured easily if people know about sexual energy, because that bring all the sickness, all the karma in our world. So okay, so I stop to talk, and I wish you good fight and a lot of light, Christ light, and you're not alone, even if you feel alone. The army of Christ is there right now and fight. We're not a lot, but we're there, and inferential peace.